For this video, we're going to be talking about setting up the Kaseya BMS integration. Starting off, we're going to go to our admin tab, then to our integration sections, and here we can find our Kaseya BMS. I'm going to click this button here, and now you can see what items we're looking for, and we'll show you where to find each of these fields and how to properly set up the integration, even going into the Kaseya side. Starting with the top, we're going to be looking for the qualified domain name. In order to find that, we're going to go to our dashboard and look at the top of our address. You can see here with my highlight that we have NA1 BMS preview, and that's going to be the one that we select. We do have a choice of 4 options. You don't have to fill this in manually. Instead, select the drop-down menu that best aligns with it. From there, we're going to be looking for our tenant, and the best way to find that, I'll go back over to my BMS, associate, in my settings, and we can see our company name here. That's what we're going to be using for our tenant. You can copy that right over, but in my case, since it's nice and short, I can just type in Hudu and we are all set. From there, we're going to need a username and password, but this needs to be someone who has access to the API. With everything correct, the final step is to find out where we want our contacts from the Kaseya BMS integration to connect within Hudu. So here we get to select our existing asset layouts within Hudu, and in this case, I'm going to select people. This makes the most sense within our current instance, but keep in mind that this might be different for you depending on how you've organized your own Hudu asset layouts. From there, I'm going to hit Save Settings, and we get to test our connection. We can see that this was successful, so we can hit OK and move on to our sync. So while this is syncing, if you did get a test connection failure, it's best to make sure that the password was placed correctly, the domain name was correct, and that you have the correct tenant. Of course, also be sure that you do have an API user or else the connection will fail. We're going to give this a minute and skip ahead a little bit. And here we can see that we have 2 companies to match. So within Hudu, we have some suggestions or already existing companies. If a company doesn't already exist within Hudu, we will automatically generate a company of that name. On the left here, we have name and integration and match, which was found within our instance. In the case of you not having an instance already existing or no match, this button here will instead be create a new company, in which case it'll put all that information and copy the name from the integration. In this case, we're all set, so I'm going to hit accept. And accept. We have these matched companies, so I'm going to go back to my integration now. We're going to stop and restart the sync, give it a moment to bring in the information, and after we have this sitting for a second, we can refresh, and now we can see our people coming in from Kaseya. So if I click on one of our examples, this is the integration pulling in whatever we needed to bring in. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to comment down below. We're more than happy to answer any and all questions that you have, or feel free to reach out to us on support to answer any questions that you have further. Thank you.